Good day, everyone. I'm Terry Spain, and it is day 2 of the ACC Media Day. Stay tuned for exclusive interviews and coverage of today's events. Terry Spain with Sports First Media. Coach, the enthusiasm that you had in your voice, I got excited. I almost laced up my helmet and went and played for you. But how excited are you, even though you didn't have the season that you projected that you would like to have had last year? How excited are you about this team? And what should the fans be excited about from this football team?
Well, I'm extremely excited. I'm excited because of the characteristics that I've seen from this team. From the newcomers that have joined, from all the players that have returned, because every one of them said yes to the expectation. And you don't come to Florida State unless you're willing to embrace the greatest of expectations, because there is a standard.
What would you tell kids, because obviously there's a lot of kids that look up to you in the Brevard County area. What message would you tell kids who are trying to live out their dreams such as you?
One message that I tried to hit home at that camp to kids was you got to do more. If you just do the prescribed work, the team practices, if you do the same thing as everybody else around you, eventually, even if you're more talented, eventually it's going to catch up to you. So you got to do more.
Okay.
Somewhere out there, there's another kid working harder than you right now. So think about being that kid.
All right. Good luck this season.
I appreciate that.
You and your staff done a tremendous job with recruiting. How important was Coach Malzone and any particular recruits that stood out the most for you so far? Also riding on campus.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously we had a good number of newcomers, and so for guys that have come in, whether guys in transfers, guys freshmen that have come in, I think that in the spring you got to see some young guys that really put great talent on display, and I think Jaden Boggs is a guy that really stood out. Chase Lofton is a guy that I see those guys offensively really putting themselves in a great position. Usman Kroma, I mean, is a guy that has got here this summer, and just you see tremendous ability, great work ethic. I mean, those guys. I think have a real shot to be able to make a great impact here from the jump. Defensively, I think that when you look at the core guys, up front on that defensive line. I mean, I'm excited about each and every one of them. Where they're going to be. In regards to the impact this year, I do believe we'll have 2, 3. Whether it's Juju Wynn has done a great job in coming in. I think that he's really got a chance to be a dynamic player. Excited for some of the steps I've seen from the Desirs. I think that they had a really good spring, and they're continuing to grow. And just what is that role? What's that opportunity going to look like? Whether it's for Jesse, for Tylon, both those guys, have great talent and potential. So, and then I think just at each position, you can find guys that have come in that I think have a chance to make an early impact.